Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the podcast show. Man, Sunday. A couple great things happened to me on Sunday, man. First and foremost, man, let me do this. Hey, man, you know what it is. Them Jacksonville Jaguars got in Carolina's behind yesterday. Oh, yeah. It's 2025, man. The brand new football season is in the play, and we on y'all neck. Y'all laughed about us last year, but we coming. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But, hey, man, that's not why we're on this morning, man. We're on to talk about an epic ride, man. My man, Fann, he knocked it out. He did a trifecta, man. He did 48 states in 10 days. Is he crazy? 4 corners of the continental United States. And then he turned around just for the heck of it, did the I-10 in the end Gold Star Edition, man, did his thing. But we're going to talk about it. Let everybody know we're on. Share it with a friend, man. Let's get it going. Let me before we do this, let me say this before we really get it cracking. Man, last night we had the Titan vote last night. Bruh, it's a reason why I don't have no hair. It was so much going on. Man, it was so much work to do. It was so much high competition, man, that those Titan judges had to go through, and they had to vet, and they had to sling it out, and they had to fight it out. They get the best 2 qualified candidates, man, to receive that award. So stand by. More to come about that, man. Woo, it was a big one. It was a big deal. The room was smoky, but I think they found the 2026 Titans, male and female. So y'all stand by for that. But in the meantime, in between time, Kane Foel, let's go.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly. 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We earn elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Hold it up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it, I scrape the town burning loud when the smoke clear up. You know Harley did it, I'm real gnarly with it. My ride clean when it bling, I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it? I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lames riding around here giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, you keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll it up, down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hold it up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey, man, once again, welcome to the Elite Podcast Show with your boy Sarge, man. It's a beautiful Monday. It's a football Monday, man. We're so happy to be here. I'm so happy that you guys are spending a little time with us this morning. I see the heavy hitters coming on this morning. I see him. D-Bell, what's happening? D-Bell, I also sent you the link, man, just in case you want to come in and pop in and do a quick drive-by. Kane Foel, oh, by the way, the author, the artist, the writer, the performer of the Iron Elite Hurley Up theme song. Kane Foel doing his thing, man. Shout out to DJ D Reddy. Shout out to my man Bolo. Appreciate everybody who's coming in for the show today, man. Do me a favor, as you guys are getting in and getting locked on, man, if you can reach up, hit the like, man, so we can get the algorithms moving and things going and get the show pumping into the atmosphere today, man. So it's been a great Monday morning so far. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning too. I got my I-10 to the end riders out there. I've got Gator. I've got Chocolate Chip. As we speak, I think they're crossing Arizona right now, doing their thing, representing for the Buffalo Soldiers. Man, doing their thing out of Jersey, doing the I-10 to the end. So keep those ladies in your prayers, man, as they continue to push on to Santa Monica, California. But hey, let's get into what we're here for today. And that's to talk about my South Florida family. You know, I used to say it back in the day, man. They shut me completely up, man. They, boy, sit down and have a sandwich. I used to say, man, why South Florida don't get down? Why they ain't riding like that? Why they ain't doing anything? Boy, somebody must have told them what I said. Since then, man, South Florida has been getting it in like it's been nobody's business, man. Shout out to South Florida. They've been doing their thing for a while now, man. So we're going to be bringing in my man, Joe Fann, and we're going to be talking about his epic 48 and 10, I-10 to the end, and the four corners of the United States, man. So we're going to bring him on without further ado. I think we're still trying to catch him. He's out there doing his thing, but I'm also going to bring in what I call his pit crew this morning, who's, oh, by the way, she did it too. She a legend in her own right, and her name is Princess McCall. So in the meantime, let's see if we can bring Princess up real quick. Princess, how are you this morning?
Word.
Word. Hey, you can tell she get ready to head to work, man. That's how we motivated when it's time to go to work. Yeah, we here. How are you, ma'am? How's everything going? What's going on in your life since you've been back from your 48 states?
Well, like I said, I kept dreaming that I was still on it for about 2 weeks.
Wow. It takes a minute, huh? Yeah, all those days kind of crashed together, huh? Did I lose you? We got you. Yeah, I think your volume is it. We're gonna try to see if we can get Joe. I think we lost Joe for a quick minute there, so we're gonna try to see what we can get going on with him. So y'all give us 1 second. Him see if I can get my man to pop back on. Let's see. Give me 1 minute here. Boy. Joe, where are you at, Joe? Where are you at, Joe? See if I can grab him real quick here. Okay, he went to voicemail, so we're going to see if we can pull him back up and get him back going on. But in the meantime, hey, man, so we got Princess McCall. She's coming on with us for a couple minutes this morning. Let's see if I can get her back on. Okay, Princess, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm starting to wonder what's going on down there in Miami.
You know,
I can't get you or Joe up. What's going on down there? There must be something
here.
going on. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. We get up. Let's see. I think I might even got a guest visitor just getting ready to pop on with us. But let's see. Here we go. Okay. D-Bell, thank you, sir, for that super sticker. And appreciate you, D-Bell, for rocking with us this morning. D-Bell, I'm starting. Let me pull him up. D-Bell, what's going on? Can you see me? Let's see if we can.
Yeah, I can see you. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, D-Bell, are you the only one to pay your phone bill down in Miami?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm in Texas right now. So.
Oh, you're in Texas? Okay. I see the Reef man. What's going on, Reef? How are you, brother? Can you hear us, Reef? Let's see. Maybe Reef can't hear us. Let's see if can you hear us, Reef? See what's going on with him. Reef moving and grooving this morning. But thank you guys for coming on with us this morning. We lost Joe for a minute, man, but we're actually on to talk about his epic ride if we can get him on. But the people that I've got on this morning on the show, these are people that were part of Joe's pit crew. And we talk all the time about the importance of having a pit crew while you're on the road. You know, these are the people that are looking out for you, eyes, ears, weather, checking in to make sure that you're safe out there. If you're ever going to do a long distance ride, you better get your good quality pit crew. And pit crew ain't always blood relations. They not. They're the people who love you even when you're not around. They're the people that's always going to be looking out for you. So is that true, family, about the pit crew?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to have a great pit crew. I don't know if Reef can hear us yet. Can you hear us, Reef? I see Reef is muted out. Let me do this. Okay, Reef, if you can hear us, you're muted. Reef, if you can hear us, you're muted. Okay, maybe I'll try to text him in a minute. If you guys don't mind, let's take a couple minutes just to introduce yourself to everybody out there. Princess, you would like to go first?
Yeah, I'm Princess McCall from Miami, Florida. Vice President of CLG Motorcycle Club, a unisex club down in Miami. I completed the 48 and 10 this year, partially after Delaware, I was on my own. I did the 4 corners last year along with the I-10 to the end. I also repeated the I-10 to the end, completing my 48 states this year.
Let's do this. Whoa. Let's do this. Hey, Princess, I'm starting to think you ride motorcycles. I'm starting to think you ride motorcycles. Reef, can you hear me? Reef is muted up. Reef is actually at an appointment right now, so I appreciate him for even trying to get on with us. David, you want to introduce yourself, my brother?
What can I say? Dave Bell. I live in Miramar, Florida. Not from Florida, from Illinois originally. I ride a little bit. Been riding a little bit over 50 years. I've done the 4 corners, done the 3 Flags Classic a couple of times. Of course, I've done the I-10 end to end 3 times. I haven't done the 48 and 10. I might do that one day. Next year, I plan on doing the 4 corners again. Probably do the I-10. Also going to do the Route 66. But I've got a few 100,000 miles under my belt. So you know, I just like to ride. I'm like Reef. I just like to ride. You know, just nothing big. I like to work on motorcycles a little bit too. But
Yeah.
I'm out here in the garage working on 3 right now.
Wow. Hey, man, you ain't getting that. You getting a Dom DeMarco. Yeah. Hey, I don't even know what to say to that, man. This brother's got a resume, man. So again, today we got some really good motorcycle riding family here today. We got a ton of experience. We're trying to get the guest of honor. We got him back on. Let me see if this. Joe, how you gonna be the guest of honor and not be on, bro? How you gonna be the guest of honor and not be on?
They do what they want to do.
And they do what they want to do. Hey, Joe, introduce yourself to everybody. Tell us
These
who you
cell
are,
phones
brother.
do what they want to do, son.
No, you ain't pay your bill, man. Hey, introduce yourself, Joe, to everybody. Tell us a little bit about you if you don't mind. Can you hear me, Joe? Okay, Joe freezing up.
Just like you froze.
Joe, I think Joe might have froze up. Reef, are you still muted, sir? Reef, can you hear me?
Let me text Reef.
Okay, I just texted him.
can.
Also, we have a hell of a time.
Oh, we heard him
this
right
morning.
there.
Reef. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Oh, can you hear us, brother? Can you hear us, Reef?
I can hear you.
All right. If you don't mind, brother,
I can.
introduce yourself to everybody if you don't mind.
Man, I'm Reef, the current 2025 male Titan recipient. Just a guy that likes to ride his motorcycle. Done the 10 in the end, done 48 states in 10 days a couple times, the SCMA Grand Slam. Okay, hey, Iron Butt Rally. Do a little riding.
Just a little bit,
And I
huh?
mentor quite a few folks.
That part. That part. Hey man, you know was something that came up last night, and we were talking about something, and we're gonna move right after that. We're gonna move right into as soon as I can get Joe back up. But it was something that came up last night in a Titan meeting that made me really think. There are certain people that are out here that are mentoring and teaching and displaying that they've touched at one time and another in so many motorcycle riders' lives with what they're doing. Reef is that guy. Reef is that guy. I want to say I've done, I don't know, almost 400 riders who've done IAT and TN. Some have done it multiple times. But I want to say there's very few people that will come across the ITN that Reef haven't helped, influenced, taught, cussed out, or something or another to prepare them to execute long distance motorcycle riding. So I want to go ahead and say that right up front. I want to go ahead and give him his flowers, man. Bro, you do a lot. He's pretty humble. He don't take credit for it, but he does a lot. What you guys think? Is that fair, David Princess? Would you say?
Yeah, that's very true. He also invites everybody to come to the ghetto if they want to stop by.
To the ghetto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's the ghetto. I'm waiting on my turn to come to the ghetto. I can tell you that now. Yeah. Let me see if I can get Princess back on. I think I lost her for a second.
Y'all always welcome at the ghetto.
Yeah, what you think about that, Princess?
Without Reef, I could not have completed the 48 states. Without Reef, Joe wouldn't have completed because I used Reef map to map my own and Joe maps on route. So without Reef, we couldn't have did it. And like I say, he took my calls. He's preparing for a ride, and he still took my calls. He was on a ride and still took my calls. So I owe him everything. I could never repay him for what he's done for me.
Awesome stuff. I like I said, when the guys are and y'all hang on, we're kind of free flowing the show today because we have so much that we can talk about. Whether it's the 48 states, it's the Four Corners, it's the I-10 to the end. It'd be pretty cool if we had the guest of honor on, but anyway, we do have things that we can talk about today. I just want to say this, man, because I've never done the 48 states or the Four Corners, but I've got people on the panel today that have done it and executed it well. And Reef, if you don't mind, I'm gonna give the floor to you for this first. The 48 states, there is a strategy to this thing, right? You're not just looking at a map and just said, okay, I hit this state, I hit this state. There's got to be a strategy to this thing because, according to this rally, you only have 10 days to execute this. Am I correct?
If you're doing it for the IBA 48 and 10, then yes, sir, you got 10 days to do it. There's also a 49 and 10 version, and there's one guy that's done 50 and 10. But yeah, the strategy is however you want to do it. If you want, my first route was more secondary roads, so it was a lot shorter, but made it a lot harder because it was secondary roads. So at night, like there was times Smiley and I would ride on gravel. It really wasn't on my plan, but that's what happened. So my second route, the one that Princess and them done, that was made more for speed. It was longer miles, but all super slab, so you could execute it faster or quicker, but more miles. So and then I know folks that done it that they wanted to see something in every state, so they did. They didn't see it long, but they saw it. And then I know people, Brother Protest, he did it pretty quick. He did it a one-way route, and he was just moving. Mm-hmm. So it's what you want to make it.
So for these routes, do you make up your own personal route, or do you use, I don't know, Chat GPT wasn't around back then doing all that stuff, but how do you make up the routes? Is that from some particular place you
For
go to do
me,
this?
we for me, I made my own. Um, I didn't. It was just places I wanted to go and the way I wanted to do it. And but there's you can if you Google search 4810, you're gonna get all kind of nice routes. And there's people like Greg Rice that has a whole web page dedicated to it, and he gives you tips on routing and weather, and he shares his routes. My routes out there. There's a ton of routes out there. Ken Andrews done it a couple times. His routes are out there. So you can always replicate a route. But I'm here to tell you that, in my opinion, you should try to do your own route, because if you do somebody else's and then you don't have a good time, it's going to be everybody's fault but yours. So
Okay.
the more input you have in your route, the more you own it. You own it. If you get a route you didn't like it, you did it. Not Joe Fan did not read. Oh, Reef gave me this route. I hated it. I had to ride on gravel, or I was in the mountains too long. It's all you if you do it. You
Right.
own it.
I think that was a shot at me.
Well, speak on it, Princess. Speak on it.
But
Oh boy.
hey, hey, it's
25 years of
take a
Navy,
shot
though,
Monday. It's
I
take a
believe
shot
in not
Monday.
reinventing the wheel.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I said,
well, the thing is, when he gave me his route, he said, you don't have to go everywhere I went. Remember, for instance, I was doing a lot in my 48. I did three flags, 4 corners. So, you're going to Canada. So what I did, he showed me how to, um, what do you call it, blow it up, the coordinates. And I would always pick gas stations and restaurants, or vice versa. One of my coordinates led me in the middle of nowhere. That was my one of my route, one of my days. He said, "How did you miss Rhode Island? You sent me your route for the day every morning. I sent him what I was doing that day." He said, "So how did you miss Rhode Island? Like how?" So I think I missed a turn going to Massachusetts, and that's how I missed it. But once I'm glad I realized I missed it. When it got it, he told me, "Listen, just go get Maine. No, go get Rhode Island now. Bed down in Maine." So I'm gonna do what I want to do at this point. Brief, I'm only 100 from Maine. Let me go to Maine first. I bed down in Rhode Island. So he was like, "Okay, okay." So
yeah,
of course I get to Rhode Island. I ain't got nowhere to stay.
yeah,
It was Memorial Day weekend
yeah. Hey, Princess,
again.
let me ask you real quick. Are you on the car's Bluetooth by chance?
No, I got off of it because it would have
Okay.
echoed.
Yeah, your audio is kind of rough. I mean, we're barely picking up what you're saying.
Okay, close.
Okay,
What
okay.
about now?
We'll
Am I
work
still
on it.
echoing?
Yeah. Do you guys
Okay,
hear
let me
Princess
try.
well? Do you hear well, or is it just me?
I can hear, but there's a little bit of background noise.
I
I've
hear
been muting
pretty
my
good.
mic just waiting.
Yeah. Let's see if that's better. I think she has her. You got your earpiece in now. Yeah,
What about now?
that's a little better. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, that's a
Wait a
little
minute.
better. Hey,
Hold on.
hey, hey. So doing this, I heard Princess say that she missed a turn in Miss Massachusetts and ended up having to. I think she said had to push on to Rhode Island. Is that what she said? I think that's
Yeah,
what she
I,
said.
I went to I went to Rhode
She missed Rhode
Island.
Island.
Yeah, yeah,
I missed. I had to go get back and get it.
yeah.
But this all according to you have to listen to your pit crew.
Right.
You can't, So I didn't listen to him, and I went back and got it though,
Okay.
thankfully. But
Okay.
once I got to Rhode Island, I had to ride another hour in the middle of the night to find a place to stay in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you
So
look at Joe Map, the same thing happened with him, but it wasn't his fault. It was my fault. I was just happened to be on the phone with Reef, and I said, "Wait a minute, Reef, he ain't get Kansas. Oh shoot, he ain't get Kansas." So if you look at his map side, you could tell the color
yeah.
thing like he had to go back and get Kansas, then start. So
Okay.
that
Because
wasn't number God.
because I remember each morning he would come up
Hmm.
and you know Joe talked about you now. He wanted to fight you a couple times. Joe's like, Princess got me doing this and this. So to help people that are listening in today or be listening to the show. Okay, so we build in a route. Am I correct, Princess? We build in a route,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
each day, you know, do you have a certain amount of states you want to hit that day, or a certain amount of miles, or what was your pace? How did you do this? How did you put this
With,
in
with
place?
with me, I built it. I had was remember now, Sarge, the girl left me in Delaware, so
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get to where we were supposed to go the first day. So imagine from the third day all the way to the 10th day, I was catching up. States I didn't hit, I had to carry them over to the next day. Joe, however, I gave him listen. This way you going tonight. You got about 1,100 to do, and that's why he wanted to fight me because I had to push him early. I didn't want nothing to happen in
Mm-hmm.
the end. If it did, he'll be ahead. So listen, Joe, let's get these iron butts out the way. Let's get these iron butts out the way. Uh, you tell me how. If I tell him, let's say I tell Joe New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to tell Joe, you know what, Joe, go ahead and stop in Texas. He say, no, that's not what you said. The plan is New Mexico. That's where we're going. Now,
Right.
mind you, I can't go to sleep till Joe go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see how Mr. Bells felt because they didn't sleep till I slept. And Miss Prissy from Buffalo Soldier. So, I mean, well, she Bessie Bells now, but they didn't go to sleep. Now I know what that means. Now, this was my first time being a pit crew.
Yeah.
And Joe wouldn't stop. Now, mind you, he 3 hours ahead. I'm 3 hours behind. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Joe's still out there riding. I got to go to work in the morning. I'm trying to bed Joe down. Joe say, that's not what you said. You said New Mexico. We going to New Mexico. So I'm sleepy. Joe checking in a hotel 4 o'clock in the morning. Joe, that don't make no sense. Joe said, he only wanted Fairfield. You know, he didn't know what a Super 8 was. He didn't want a
Yeah.
Super 8. He didn't want a La
Yeah.
Quinta. He
Yeah.
didn't want a only Holiday Inns and Fairfield Marriott's.
Hey,
That's it.
hey, I gotta admit, Joe got that from me. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
I ain't mess. I ain't doing the slasher hotels. I ain't doing that stuff. I ain't doing.
I
Holiday
say,
Inn
Everything on.
Joe,
Express got them good sweet rolls.
Thank
I
you.
get it,
Holiday Inn
but
Express on fleek.
it was a Bay Mount sitting right in his face. He said, "No, I no."
Yeah.
Got back on the road. No, we got to find me a Fairfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you. So D Bell doing something like this, bro. Okay. We know we have to make a route. We know we have to have a pit crew to keep us on track each and every day. How do we situate this thing? Because I know there might be some, if we're doing these IBAs, there could be some requirements on amount of time, with rest and those type of things. How did you strategize to say, okay, I'm gonna ride X amount of hours and I'm gonna get X amount of sleep? Because I know, like Joe, when Joe was on the road, sometimes it all mixed in. Joe didn't know sometimes what day it was. How would a person, a regular person, strategize? Say rest, route, check in a hotel. Do you do it on the rhythm to say I'm gonna ride from this time to this time each and every day, or it's gonna be on land and location? Is how I'm gonna do this.
Well, me personally, my wife would tell you, I'm a planner. If I do a route, I have it booked out sometimes almost a year ahead of time. I already know, in fact, right now, I'm already booking my route for next year for the Three Flags, for the Route 66 and everything. People say don't do it, don't book ahead of time, but I always book ahead of time. One thing is you get a lot better rates and everything, and I just tell myself, okay, this day I got to do this day I got to do this, and then people say, yeah, but if you don't get to the hotel in time, they'll charge you. With most hotels, if you have any kind of status with them and you call them and say, look, I have a breakdown, I can't make it there, they won't charge you. Especially like I got titanium and platinum with a couple of they they let me get away with it. But very few times have I had to cancel. I just,
Yeah.
set myself where I'm going to go and I do it. Now everybody doesn't do it that way. That's how I do it. How other people do it is a different thing. Some people say, and then I'm gonna stop wherever. But with me, usually I figure, okay, if I leave about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, which is before, figure out how many miles I can make before the sun goes down. or if I'm going to do, like, say, if I want to do an iron, but I know I can do 1,000 miles, especially if I'm a super slab. There's no problem doing it within, anywhere between 14 and 16 hours. So that still gives me 8 hours in between. And I don't stop long for gas or anything like that during the daytime. I figure my longest stop is going to be at the end of the day. That's when I'm eating everything. In the middle time, I usually give myself one good half hour to 45-minute break in the middle of the day. After that is gas and go, gas and go, gas and go.
Yeah, yeah. As you were talking, and we're buffering on Reef. Well, hopefully we'll get him back. Reef was nice enough to come on with us this morning. He did have an appointment that he had to deal with, so hopefully we can get him back. If we can't, we appreciate Reef for being on with us this morning. For everybody, man, that's on today, we're on talking about Geo Fann's incredible 48-10 four corners of the United States, and it's I-10 to the end ride. We lost him for a little bit. We lost a guest of honor, but the cool part about it is we have folks on who've done the ride, in some cases a couple times. And we're talking about how you make a monumental ride like this and hopefully give you some kind of techniques and strategies for you to be able to execute that ride and execute it, more importantly, safe. So David, we talking all this hotel stuff. All this hotel stuff. Now, on the East Coast, the hotel getting out might be just a little easier because the East Coast is more compact. There's a lot more cities. There's a lot more stuff going on. But as I'm starting to move out to the West, maybe out on 80 and 90 in Montana, the Dakotas, Wyoming, hotels ain't that easy and accessible to go. We lost David, too. Hopefully we'll pull him back in.
I lost.
We can hear you,
Okay,
David.
I lost everything for a
Let's see.
second.
We'll try to pull Reef back on. Let's see. Let's see if we can get you guys back on. David, I can hear you. I can't see you. Reef, you're buffering. We're trying to get you guys back. Let's see if we can pull them back on. But Princess, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but you got to remember, Sarge, I traveled during the holiday and so did Joe. So the race was, I'm talking, Joe paid $165.
I can't hear anything. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
We
Yeah, we can
can't
hear
see
you.
you. Let's see. We can't
Okay,
see
well,
you.
if you can hear me, what I was going to say, the East Coast does have more hotels, but all the hotel rates in most places are pretty close to the same. Closer to the biggest cities, they're a little bit more. But also they're also always building more hotels. Like I said, I just plan it. I go by the miles. I'll Google a route, and then I'll figure it out. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Or give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I can't hear anything.
We can give you a thumbs
Okay,
up, but we
I
can't
can't hear
see
anything,
you.
but that's what I was going to say. That's what I think you were asking, Sarge, was, how it is, because on the East Coast they have everything, and the West Coast is more sparse. But there's still a lot of hotels. I mean, especially not in the middle of nowhere, like in some small towns, you don't have hotels, but generally you can find a Holiday Inn, a Fairfield. I do mostly either Hilton, Holiday Inn, and what is that? Marriott. But I'll do Quality Inns also. I admit I'm not too crazy about some of the other ones. Best Western is good though. Best Western Pluses especially, they're really good. And Best Westerns are always bite friendly, but some of them kind of shady.
Yeah, I was just listening. You said Best Western.
Can you
I'm
hear
like,
me?
yeah. I'm not
I
big.
can't
I'm
hear
not a big
anything.
fan of Best Western. Hey, I guess you'll take what you got to take when you have to take it. Hey, D Bell, I think if you can hear my sent D Bell a text to see if he could
I'm gonna
pop
move
out
my
and pop
location,
back
see
on.
if I come in better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can pop him on and pop back on. Hey, boy, I tell you what, the devil ain't gonna win today. The internet monster is he is having his way of doing this thing. But I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me today, man. We're on this morning. We're talking 48 states in 10 days. We're talking the four corners, and we're talking I-10 to the end. So far, we talked about, hey, how do you plan a route to do this? Because this stuff, there is a method to the madness to be able to hit 48 states in 10 days. We've also talked about, I think I can kind of hear myself. Yeah, I don't know if that's from D Bells, but I'm hearing myself echoing. But we've
Well,
also,
what the reason I was doing that is because I think
yeah, hey D Bell, if you can pop out and then pop back on, I'll bring you back up.
I can't.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to pop him out and see if he can pop back up. Hopefully that'll work. We'll get him back on. But there is a method to the madness for this thing. As far as the route, as far as hotels, as far as strategies. Princess, you in good shape. What if you ain't in good shape? How do you prepare? How do you
This is the
prepare yourself?
thing. I wasn't prepared to do the 48 alone. I wasn't prepared to pay $100 a night. And part of the year I picked because that's the most time I have off as far as the holidays. They run neck and neck. And like I said, I had people that sent me money. Half the people didn't know I was doing it. Half the people didn't know I was by myself. So the few that knew I was by myself, they sent me money. And like I said, I had Titans on my pick, you know. I had Sonny and David Bell on my pick. So I had the best, you know. And that helped me and that went a long ways with me. Other than that, and I kind of panicked when I realized, okay, either you're gonna go back home or you're gonna take your A state and finish. So
Yeah.
I panicked. It's Prissy from Betsy Bell said, "That's not. What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, I'm gonna do it with you." She was like my maid. She moved my room. She had my card, and she even told me like when I got in California, where I thought, you know what, I ain't gonna make it. I felt like I wasn't gonna make it. She said, even if you don't make it, Prince, if you want to continue to get your station, I say no. Me not making it is not an option. I didn't come this far not to make it. So that's when I went in panic mode with Joe. And I talked to Piper and I talked to David. I said, listen, when do we have to be finished? I need a time and date because he's mountain time. And he started on the East Coast. So he started with 4 in the morning. What time he got to finish on that side? Because I'm nervous now. I want him to make it. We don't came too far. This man's 63 years old, you know, so and I want to make sure he make it. That's why I was pushing him like Piper was pushing me. And I kept telling Reef, I don't have 8 hours in me. Reef said, you better get something
Hey,
in you
63 ain't
on
old.
the bench. I'm just saying, I'm not saying 63 years young.
Yeah.
But Sarge, it was your pit crew. They need to push you because you just imagine had I had a breakdown, had Joe had a breakdown, weather, you know, anything. And thank God none of that happened and we were able to do it. But that's what your pit crew for you. Everybody get you a good pit crew. And you have to listen to them. If they tell you it ain't safe, you got to go back home. That's what you got to do. But at this point, it was safe for me and Joe to proceed. But he was wondering why I was pushing him. I had to push him because it's going to come a day where you want to bed down at 600 miles like I did. And because I was tired, I couldn't do it no more. So it was a time when he was extremely tired and he pulled over to a rest stop. And he said, Princess, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. Find me a hotel. We're not going to make it to the goal tonight. I can't tonight. But he was hitting them 1,000 like boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
and it helped him out in the end.
Yeah, actually, I caught that. I saw him moving out. I saw him each and every day getting after it. Reason why I asked about, being in good shape to be able to do these things because I don't want nobody to ever, don't get me wrong, doing what you guys did is you just can't go buy a motorcycle and go attempt this stuff. You've got to be mentally strong. You got to be physically in pretty decent shape, and you got to know your limitations of your body. You got to understand how your body functions on so much sleep. You got to understand weather conditions because weather conditions can put you in harm's way if you ain't careful. If you don't have the right equipment on your motorcycle, whether you're rocking with a camelback or a hydration cup or a thermos, cool vests, heated suits, because on 48 and 10, you guys sometimes can hit almost 4 seasons. Am I correct? Because we're up top. The difference between, D Bell, you tell me the difference between Key West and Maine. That's a big difference, right? Even if it's summertime, because we're talking humidity, we're talking about cool air in the morning, we might be talking about cool nights, might talking mild days to extreme monsoon rain, and then you get off in the desert heat, and that could, oh my God, the desert is
Mexico,
just, yeah,
Arizona, California,
oh
Vegas,
yeah,
Texas.
they'll beat you down like it ain't nothing.
I thought I was gonna meet my mate.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So let me do this because I don't want to stay on too much longer, and we'll have to try to recap and get Joe back on at a later time because he had some technical difficulties going on. But let's do this, Princess. Let's do recap on the 48 and 10, four corners and I-10. What was some learning lessons that you took away from that ride?
But with me, I learned listen to your vehicle. Um, I didn't know my limits because I had never done it. Um, learn your bike. I didn't know. I know nothing about my bike, honestly. All I do is get on and ride it. And if I need something done, I call Mr. Bell. But learn your bike. I mean, just thought I didn't get in a situation where I was out there by myself. I couldn't pick my bike up. Let's say if it failed. There's a strategy to pick it up. It's a lot that you should know if you're out there by yourself. And me being a female, most of the people didn't know what I was because I was covered up. So they really didn't know unless I took my helmet off. So you gotta plan it. David plans hotels ahead of time. I can't do that. I don't listen. If I'm tired, I'm stopping. And I don't want to lose money, so I wasn't winging it. I winged the whole rest of the way. I tell Gorilla Blue came out there, helped me with my oil. So it's all a part of networking. As far as the route go, I had a couple Rare Breed, Miami Hennessy, him and his wife, Sexy Black. They did Greg Rice route. And she told me, she said, Princess, yours was better. Ours was longer, but yours was better. Because Greg went around. Greg went like this. So that made it all better. Joe even asked me, hey, Prince, how we going? Why am I in Alabama now? I say, trust the process. My mama thought when I was in Alabama, I was coming home. No, I'm not coming home, mom. I'm just gonna hit the state and I'm going west. West.
Right.
So the planning is good and I highly recommend it. But the hotels I would have to wing now.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, D Bell, we still got you on?
He's unmuted. Definitely.
Yeah. David, are you on? Okay, I don't think we got it on. D Bell, if
Yeah,
we got you,
There you go.
let me
darn
see.
it.
If you can hear us pop out and pop back, there we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm here. I'm
hey,
here. I'm here.
hey, D Bell, final thoughts, man. 48
Okay, I'm here.
states.
Trying to figure out why I
For,
wasn't getting the volume. I got a Bluetooth device open somewhere.
okay. Hey, final thoughts, my brother. 48 states in 10 days, four corners, I-10 to the end. What were some takeaways that you think would be important for our audience to hear from a ride like that? Could you hear me? Let's see. Maybe it's Bluetooth. It's somebody's
Um,
Bluetooth.
4810. Well, like I told you, I haven't done the 48 and 10. But the 48, sorry. The four corners. Like I said, the weather changes from corner to corner. That's for sure. Uh, Florida, as you know, is hot and humid. Maine was a lot cooler. In fact, it's kind of funny because I came across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I don't know if anybody
Oh,
Peninsula
yeah.
has snow today, and coming across, I came across the Canadian route because that was a little bit shorter. So going across Canada, it's something else. It's I do it again. It's definitely scenic, but it's kind of barren out there. There's not a whole lot out there. California, I loved it. Like I say, a lot of mountains and everything. Everybody doesn't like to ride the mountains. I like the mountains and the curves. And then coming back down the other way, coming back across Southern California, was that Arizona and New Mexico. You know, besides Tucson and Phoenix and El Paso, you don't see a whole lot until you get into around Kerrville, Texas, and then come in San Antonio. But it's like you say, the gauntlet out there. It's kind of barren, and you're liable to run into dust, everything. And about the last thing you do run into is rain. And if you do run into it, if you run into a lot of it, there's no way to hide from it.
Yeah, I know that's
So,
right.
but all in all, it's something. Like I said, you can talk about it all you want, but until you actually do it, you really don't understand it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
That's
man,
true.
yeah, well, folks, we know we can't keep you guys all morning. You gotta do business as you tell. You see Princess walking into work now, but I appreciate you guys so much, man. Well, hopefully we can do this again and get David back on at a different time. I'm sorry, get Joe back on at a different time to be able to really get in the nuts and bolts of his ride. But thank you guys so much. We're gonna see a lot more 48 and 10. We're gonna see a lot more 48 corners. I mean, four corners, and a lot more I-10 to the end as riders are continuing to
Hold on, I'm gonna duck
embrace
out for a second.
what riders to continue to embrace what we love, and that's motorcycle riders. So thank you, guests. Thank you guys for being on with us today. I appreciate you so much. Much love. And we'll be talking to y'all again soon. Any last
Okay.
word, Princess, before we let you go?
Everybody just be safe out there, man. It's a beautiful world on tubes.
That's what's up. My girl, go ahead and make that money because motorcycle parts ain't cheap. We'll talk to you later. Peace. D Bell, hey man, I appreciate you so much. Appreciate you and Sonny, man. And I'm gonna tell everybody the secret real quick. I'm gonna tell everybody the secret. There are some go-to people that really are instrumental with helping us with what we do on the platform, the Iron Elite platform. Sonny Bell is one of those people, man. She's my behind the scenes. She's one of my operational officers. Brother Low Key is one of my operational officers, and is DJ D Ready, the wife, she is as well. Without those three people, I could not figure these things out sometimes. So they're my voice of reason to help me along the way with what we do on this platform. And this platform, I'm so proud of it because we got people like D Bell, we got people like Low Key, we got people like Reef. We got all my great Titan fans, Shaquila and K Solo and Big Sale and Doc J, all these great people to help and also to validate what we do on this platform. This platform is not necessarily telling you what to do, it's just giving you great tools to put in your toolbox to effectively, safely motorcycle to your best ability. D-Bell, what you think about that? Is that true or am I in the wheelhouse or what? I think we lost him again. That's probably a sign the grandma's on us. In the wheelhouse or what?
I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you.
Well, I thank you so much, my brother, and I thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much for all you do to support us for what we do. I think after this, I'm going to pay the Wi-Fi bill. Because Wi-Fi was a monster today, brother. Hey, but D-Bell, I appreciate you, man. We'll be talking to you soon, my brother. Thank you so much.
I don't know what's going on today.
I think it's the Wi-Fi monster getting at us, man, today. It's the Monday, the bugs. They don't want us to be great, but we're going to soldier on.
All right.
Hey, thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Take care.
Well, I have a sound one, so I have no sound. I'm on a 7-minute delay or something, 7-second delay.
Hey, we're going to get it. We're going to be great the next time, man. We're going to keep pushing on.
On a 7-minute delay or something, 7-second delay.
Hey, D-Bell, I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to let you go.
Sounds good.
Take care, brother. Peace. Okay, as far as shows today, man, this was the weirdest show I've had since I've been podcasting in 2 years. We lost Joe Fann, some issues with his phone. Wi-Fi was horrible with my Texas family. But hopefully, man, we were able to soldier on and you guys were able to get something out of this podcast interview. I apologize. Hopefully we can get it better. Not always are we able to do what we plan to do. Sometimes the streaming goes jacked up. Sometimes the Wi-Fi gets jacked up. But I'm gonna do some work on it and see what's going on. See if there's anything on my end. But we'll be back here soon. Hopefully, the next couple days to talk about the Titan 2026, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. We do have a winner and winners, but we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's to make sure we have everything validated 100% before we go public and announce them. But I'm so proud. Thank you to our judges. Last night worked tirelessly, messing up my enunciation this morning. The great Sunshine Rogers, Miss Showtime, legendary, Big Cell, the Pied Piper, Doc J, Shaquila Bussey. Thank you to the Titans that took the time yesterday to vote, to vet, to do all those great things to make sure that we can get the most qualified winners that award. So stay tuned for that and more to come. I-10 to the end. Shout out to Chocolate Chip and Gator, man. Buffalo Soldiers, New Jersey, as they push on, you keep them in your prayers and your thoughts. They're doing their thing. They're in Arizona. They're getting it in, man. I think this is the third day of the ride. So hopefully they'll be there tomorrow in Santa Monica Pier with bright, shining faces and being able to celebrate and tell us about their epic ride across the country. I do have some riders that are getting ready to come up the next few days. I have one of our brothers from Red Breed that'll be taken out tonight. And I got Coco. I can't remember what, God bless it, I can't remember where Coco was coming from. I think she's from the West Coast, but she's coming down from Atlanta. And she'll be joining us, I think, next Sunday morning around the 14th, 15th, to start her epic ride to go back home to San Diego through way of Santa Monica Pier, California, man. So stand by for that. Thank you for everybody who gave super stickers, super chats today. Thank you, DJ Reddy, for the super chat or the super sticker. Thank you, D Bell, for the super sticker. Those things are important to us. They help us to keep the platform going. I know those things are important. So we take 100% of all those proceeds and put it right back into the platform so we can get better at what we're doing, so we can, again, keep pushing out this great content. Thank you to all the great content creators. Riding with K Solo, the podcast. Thank you to GQ with Just GQ. Thank you to Pastor Retro with the Retro Philosophy Show. Thank you to Views on Twos, my man LT doing his thing. Thank you to FHO Atlanta, man. Thank you to all my content creators for doing what you're doing, trying to keep it going for the culture. Thank you. Keep up the good work. We're not competition, man. We're family. We're family who cares about the motorcycle riding culture, and keep doing what you're doing. I know sometimes it get lonely out there for a player when you're trying to get content together and you're trying to get a good product out there, man, but continue to push on. If you push me, I will push you, and we'll keep this thing going. Again, thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, Sarge Life and Motorcycling. The channel's continuing to grow. It's getting stronger and stronger every day. Thanks to people like you. Thank you for people like you guys who believe in what we're doing. If you keep believing in us, I'll keep pushing what we need to push to bring you the best that we can. Thank you to everybody who's joined the Iron Elite group page on Facebook. Iron Elite, home of the Ground Pounders Reunion. Iron Elite, home of the Titan Award. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We're some 4,200 strong, getting ready to make 4,300 any minute now. So thank you guys. Some of the baddest motorcycle riders on the planet that are on that page. Thank you to all who follow us on Instagram, Sarge_I10. Thank you so much for everybody who gives the energy, the time, the resources, the support to what we do. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. And last but not least, man, thank you to the wife, the operations officer, man. She busts her butt night and day behind the scenes to make sure that this platform is the best that it can be, that we can continue to bring quality content, we can continue to bring quality merch and all kind of cool stuff to what we do on the platform. Without you guys, it wouldn't be no me, guys. I can tell you, without her, it wouldn't be no me. So thank you, wife, for what you do. And I think we're done, man. It's noontime. I've been on some 56 minutes. I think I'm talked out, man. I'm so happy. I scream and holler For the Jaguars, man, y'all gave us all that grief last year. They clowned. They said, Sarge, what the Jags gonna do? Well, I guess we coming out swinging because we had receipts from last year. Oh, by the way, honorable mention to my Florida State Noles, the Seminoles, man. Better get out the way or you gonna get hurt being out there in the football streets, man. So I said enough. Good morning, good afternoon to all my friends except Florida Gator fans. Yes, I'm on some Patty stuff today, all season long. So I'm letting you know, you ain't gonna get nothing but lefts and rights from me if you part of the Gator Nation, man. So in the meantime, in between time, much love to my motorcycle family and keep it motorcycling, you dig? Peace.
Yo, Sarge, I thought you were an outlaw. I am. I'm just smooth with it.
Hey y'all, it's Snacks reminding you to tune in to the Iron Elite podcast. You dig?
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite podcast with my man Big Sarge, where we always keep it motorcycling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.